Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. This collective pool of energy is not for any Tom, Dick and Harry, okay? This is not for a big, huge pool of people and we give them some label. This is for people who want to actually do something about their life and they are here for something amazing, and when they walk on the ground, they mean it. So if you resonate with this energy, trust me, you are going to bring a big difference in your life. And it has to start with you. I mean, I'm 100% sure you have gone through situationships also. You have gone through situations and you've gone through circumstances, I'm being shown, where your self respect was really questioned. If you remember, I had made a short video. I don't know if you saw it or not. There were not so many views on it, but certain amount of people must have seen it. But it talked about self-respect versus feelings, and I had talked about there are certain places where you need to keep your self-respect as higher, not just higher, but most important, primary thing, priority. And there are certain situations where you keep feelings higher and you learn from those feelings. Okay, you learn to detach from negativity, but it's all about you in both cases, whether it is self respect, whether it is feelings, it is about you. Okay, you have to be smart enough to use your negative feelings. There will always be people who will hurt you, and some of these people can be very close to you. They can even be your romantic partners, because twin flame journey is like that. Twin flame journey is no joke, it's not for everyone. Okay, so your romantic partner, and depending on which planet is ruling your seventh house, we look at Jupiter's placement, we look at Venus's placement, and we look at any other planet which is present in the seventh house. It has a big impact on your life and on your journey. And the greatest people I have noticed, they've had it difficult, they've not had it easy. But you are here to convert a curse into a boon. You are here to convert your curses into gifts. That's why you are the warrior. You are the person who universe has sent to planet Earth to have all of these experiences, to face these circumstances, eventually to know that your circumstances don't build your life or build you, and your circumstances have nothing to do with your peace of mind and your happiness, because that's what we are here to do. We don't care about circumstances. We just have to enjoy and we just have to learn. So, as per this channeling, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Number one is money. Money is very important here in this channeling, but I'm not going to talk about money like, oh, you have to be crazy for money, you have to go mad for money. No, you need to have a very relaxed nervous system. Money loves a relaxed nervous system, and in order to test you out, universe is going to put you in places where your nervous system is going to get warped. Not just warped, I would say, it's going to be in places which are uncomfortable, because universe wants to give this money to someone who's going to make good use of it, especially if you're in this journey. And that's why I spoke about the placement of Jupiter. One more planet that is important is Ketu, which is very important because it is the reason why you feel so detached. Some of the people could have Moon and Mars in same house, and eighth house is also very important. But for relationships, for love, for partnerships, we look at the seventh house primarily, and Jupiter's placement. Now, why am I talking about all of these things is because a lot of you people, without looking at your charts, I can say that there is a power, there's a unseen force that always takes care of you, and you've always wondered about it, like how was I taken care of in this or that situation? How, who helped me, who took care of me? And that's because of how your chart is. So it means that universe has always been, looking after you in beautiful ways, but you also now need to build your faith. You need to become a person who is very strong when it comes to not letting your mind rule you, and then making sure that your nervous system gets into the practice of being relaxed, because there will always be people places, situations, circumstances, and some of these people are going to be your own people, by the way. You know, a lot of you people have faced matriarchal and patriarchal narcissism. So you feel that your parents don't support you, your mother especially doesn't support you or love you, or there are some issues, where they don't come across as people who know how to be happy, who know how to enjoy their life. Their ego is extremely big, and their identity is always in a crisis state. They're always sad and gloomy, or they're constantly doing something to get everybody's approval. I mean, there is something about them that you can now understand much better in comparison to what you could do earlier. Now you know a lot of stuff that you did not know earlier, but you also know one thing, that you have to forgive them. You have to, allow them to be who they are, and you have to, every time you get hurt by them, or you get some kind of politics they do to you, or some kind of narcissistic behavior they show to you, something that really hurts you, something that breaks your heart each time, in situations where they backstab you, where you tell them something in confidence, or you trust them, but they go to other people and they just make you look like the black sheep. Lots and lots of things they've done to you, but whenever you look at them, you have to look at them as they are gods. Parents, both parents, mother and father, they are your gods. They are the first feminine and masculine, even energetically, DNA wise, biologically, physically, emotionally, mentally. Your parents are the first masculine and feminine that you know, the energy that you know, and they are in pure form when they are not in human body, or they are not ruled by the mind, because they are also equally programmed, or probably more programmed. Okay, so whatever they are doing on this planet, they are just trying to maintain their identity, and they're trying to get some kind of validation from society or from other people, which you don't need. You're different, and sometimes they do not understand this difference, and sometimes they feel very challenged also by your boldness, by your courage, by your conviction, by the strength you show, by the way you say, oh, I'm not going to get negative, or I'm not going to get affected. So you need to face them as well, because they are going to put you through certain challenges, or emotional challenges. Yes, challenges which are emotional in nature, mental challenges, even financial pressures, some kind of pressure they're going to put you under, which is actually coming directly or indirectly from the society. But it looks like it's coming from them. They're all victims of victims, as Louise L. Hay says, very beautifully she says it. So you need to forgive the ego part of them, the physical identity, the role that they're playing, that label you've given to them of parents. You have to completely ignore that and see them in their shining godly space. And then whatever they do to you, whatever they put you through, you just forgive, just ignore. You just talk to yourself, you just tell yourself that, you know what, I'm not going to get affected by it. Some of you even have to deal with in-laws like that, that are very difficult, or they don't understand you, they don't appreciate you. Someone was telling me the other day, like in a reading, that they never feel appreciated by their in-laws, their mother-in-law, father-in-law, or anybody from that side don't appreciate, and which is kind of affecting the relationship this woman has with her husband as well, because she's looking for love, she's looking for validation from those people, and then she sees this man also belonging to the same cluster of people, the same group of people. So the anger is getting projected on him as well. But now I'm going to talk about something, whether it's your partner, whether it's your boyfriend girlfriend situation, whether it's all these people, you are number one. Okay, your vibration, your frequency matters the most. Okay, you cannot allow other people to derail you, and you have to do it every single day. Every day when you wake up, you will realize that they'll put you through something. Someone can come and put you through something which can ruin your vibration or take you to a lower frequency. So that frequency you have to maintain. Like the moment you see, like a Matrix movie, Neo, when he doesn't know about all of this stuff, he gets attacked and the bullets pierce him, and then he's dying, and then Trinity has to come and she has to hold him and she has to give him a kiss. These are all symbolic things, okay? It's basically a kiss of life, and then he wakes up and then he goes like, let me dodge the bullets, and first he does all those antics, then later on it's like the bullets come and he just goes boom like this and they all fall down. That's who you have to become. You have gotten pierced by their bullets so many times, everybody's bullets coming from all over the place, and you were getting attacked or injured, wounded, but there's some energy which we call Trinity only, the Holy Trinity, or in Hindi, Sanatan, Hindu philosophy you can say, or culture you can say. I call it like the most ancient science and the best science actually. So you have Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh over there, and then you have all the female goddesses. You have Lakshmi for money, you have Saraswati for knowledge, and you have Kali for power. So this is also Trinity. So this energy is protecting you. You're very much guided by divine love. So you may be having some problems somewhere here and there, but divine love is always there with you, okay? And in order to fix any planetary problem, especially I would talk about sun and moon, I think twin flames are usually troubled by either of these or both, or in some way they have to kind of merge these two opposite polar energies together. The identical yet opposite polar energies. So this polarity, this duality is something which you have to convert into singularity. Alright. So as per this collective energy which is here to help you, you have to somehow learn, as I said, relax your nervous system, not allow these outside influences, the bullets, to pierce you or to trouble you in any way. You just have to look at it. You just have to look at it like Neo looked at it. It's nothing, it's nothing. And later on, it doesn't even have any effect on you. Like they don't exist. They're gone from your periphery forever. That kind of power you have on it, over it. But it comes with practice, because then you need to attract money in your life, money that can become your friend, not your enemy, money that doesn't look very difficult, and money that you enjoy, you're grateful for. And anything in life you're grateful for always increases. Anything you're not grateful for, you're constantly complaining. And I'll tell you, there are always people around you who are complaining for money. Always. Always. And then you hang out with them, you sit with them, you talk to them, they talk about money constantly, and their chatter is always negative chatter. It's always boring, negative. It's always pessimistic. It's always like, it's so difficult to get it, to do this, to do that, blah, blah, blah. So you need to basically silence all of this. It should be all white noise to you, because your career matters, your frequency matters, and your independence matters to you. Okay, I don't care about anybody else, but I care about you who's watching this and who's listening to it. Okay, your vibration, your signature frequency is not, if it's not in match with your thought patterns, you will see problems. Your thoughts have to be sort of in sync, and I'm telling you, it's not possible to do that. But how you do it, how you convert it is, if you, let's say, are very aware and you know that certain thought is not correct for you, you don't bother about it. You just ignore it. Just ignore it. You don't talk about it, you don't discuss it, you don't bring it up. Because the more you're going to talk about it, the more you're going to discuss it, the more you're going to bring it up, the more energy you're giving it, because everything depends on your focus. Wherever you pay attention to, whatever you pay attention to, that grows. Your attention, your focus is your currency. Focused attention in English translates to dhyan in Hindi. And if you ever read Ashtavakra Gita, he's talking about every minute is dhyan. So we talk about meditation and we do meditation. We basically do meditation. We practice every day so that we actually understand and know that we are in constant state of meditation. And we're always meditating actually. So whatever you focus on, it's going to grow. If you don't like something, and I have been studying under my masters, they are just simply saying, how to know what's good for you and what's not good for you? How do you know that? What's good for your nervous system? Just by feeling, that this is not feeling good. It's making me worry. It's making me feel annoyed, scared, pissed off. That's it. That's your answer. Don't focus on it. Let it be. Let it go. Anything that makes you feel horrible or stupid or weak, forget about it. Ignore. Om Ignoraya Namaha. And we are all energy beings. So, how do we bring into balance 5D and 3D? Look, there are lots and lots of people who are doing hard work, which means physical hard work. But with all due respect to them, some, I don't know, if not all, some maybe have made it, they might have in life. But lots and lots of people put in a lot of hard work, a lot of physical, this and that, a lot of external force they put into things. But they don't really seem to go anywhere as such. So when people talk about hard work, I think they should not talk about hard work, they should talk about your mind, focus of your mind. So lots and lots of things you can achieve if you resonate, if you feel a resonance here, you can achieve by this, as I said, focus your attention. Okay, so physical action, physical doership, doing is okay. I mean, isn't everything happening on its own any which way? I mean, your conscious mind is performing all the actions. If you are depressed, very low, still you will go to the washroom, right? Or you'll do all the normal chores. Some people, like, they don't eat that well when they're depressed, when they're sad, but still there are some other functions like drinking water, sleeping, doing something, watching a movie, or whatever. They will do it. They still do it. You don't have to question how I do it, what you do. You don't, simple things, you don't ask your heart to beat. I'm not going to go too far into eating or drinking water. I'm going to simply say the basic functions of your body are happening, right? So there are a lot of things that are happening. Almost everything is happening on its own. What is not happening on its own is awareness. But once you get into that state, once you start looking at your thoughts and you start bifurcating them, and you're like, okay, so this is what is bothering me right now, you'll see a big difference on what you let go. And I think there comes a time when you're just present. You're simply present. There are those moments, beautiful moments where you're just observing, where you're just present, we're just living, you're not thinking anything. Your past has no reference. Your future, you don't care about future. Like 100 people can come and scare you. Like, I went to the doctor the other day, and it's a very comical thing. I must share about it. So there are times when you're in your higher state. Some people channel their own higher state, and there are times when you're in this 3D thing, 3D. Okay, so I'd gone to the doctor, and the doctors usually, because energy healers are also doctors, but different types of doctors. Okay, so my job is to, every time I go to a typical doctor, I like to observe them. So this doctor was talking to me, and she was telling me some things, and obviously she was trying to scare me, and she tried to scare me a lot. Okay, and just before I entered her cabin, she had basically, it's like a protocol. You have to get your weight check, you have to check your BP, and you have to check this and that, whatever, so the doctor can see how's the health condition of this person. And by the way, I don't go to doctors usually, but due to some reason, my mother was with me, I had to go, I could not say no. So she tried to scare me, she said a lot of things, and then she said, I think there's problem with your blood pressure also. We must check it. We must look at it. It must be really warped, and it can be very serious. Now this, she's saying after she said a number of things to me which would scare a normal person, and their blood pressure would naturally go up. Naturally it will get high. Naturally you'll be scared, or you'll start thinking all kinds of things. But thanks to what I do, and thanks to source, thanks to my masters, I like to observe these situations and I find it very comical and hilarious. So I was just like, okay, fine. So she checked and there was nothing. It was normal. Even 20 minutes back, before I started talking to her, it was normal. So this is what the world is doing. This is a good example of symbolism. This is what 3D reality and these thoughts are doing. They are trying to scare you, and then they say, oh look, you're scared, oh look, you're in a bad place, oh look, you need some help, oh look, you need this and you need that. Okay, maybe we all need help at some point, we do, that's okay. But these mental thoughts, like Buddha also says, they're trying to scare you on purpose, but you should not get scared. You need good practice, you need good hand holding, and you need a strong conviction and determination that will make you consistent normally. Like, becoming consistent is not easy, but when you're very determined, when you've decided, when you've felt disgusted by your own self, like, how can I behave like this? Someone is treating me horribly, 20 times they've treated me in a certain way, and I'm reacting to that. I don't even mind someone being mean to me, but my own reaction is like, why am I reacting like this? I should not react like this. Let them say whatever they want to say. Anyway, if you do feel you need hand holding and you need one-on-one counseling and sessions, you can check out the description box and you can connect with me, and whatever discount is possible, I will give that to you. And you can get into reading sessions are the best. You can get into reading sessions and then you can get clarity whether you should get into therapy or not, or what kind of inner work you should do. If you want to go solo, if you want to do it on your own, that also you can do. But whatever it is, first be 100% sure, then you can book the reading. For Indians also, I've put the Paytm or whatever, because I had to earlier give it on mail, but now I've put it over there so you can check it out. In case you have any difficulty, just write to me, connect with me. And I'm telling you, instead of going to 10-20 different people and getting even more confused, look for intuitively the person who you feel can provide you with the right guidance in one go, because that's going to save you a lot of time, money, energy, and you can, boom, go into that direction that you need to go into. And again, this could also be pre-written for you. All you have to do is just be. All right. So yes, now what is happening is that all these negative situations could be confusing you for a while, but let me tell you, this is the pearl of wisdom I'm giving to you, absolutely free advice that you can make use of. Okay, these negative situations help you create a portal. Not help you, it's actually a portal. It helps you to see that portal. That's the right way of saying it. If you can see that portal, imagine a negative situation creates this energy portal, which is like a gateway to a reality where this negativity or this whatever circumstance, situation, person, people, place, whatever thing will not have any impact on you. You know how you do it? You do it in the moment. So this is the work that we are all here to do. Okay, from outside, from external viewpoint, it may look like an annoying person, irritating person, but I'll tell you, go for it, man. Go for it and look for the gateway. Okay, so this is where I'm going to close this collective reading. I will see you in the next one. It's great talking to you. Stay connected with me, subscribe to the channel, become a member, join the channel, and also you can be a Patreon. And I think Patreon also gives you the option of asking questions. The more questions you ask me, the better it would be for everyone, because I love to answer these questions. All right. So I'll see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and Victor to Ram.